What if I told you that in just 2 minutes a day, you could completely transform how you handle stress, procrastination, and self-sabotage and unlock the results you've been chasing for years? This practice helped me go from scarcity, fear, anger, guilt, shame, self-sabotage, beating myself up, and disconnection, and helps me stay more regulated on a day-to-day basis. So if you're experiencing any of this, stick around. You sit down to work but feel paralyzed by everything on your plate. You procrastinate even though you know what to do. You're spinning your wheels but not hitting your goals. You don't trust anyone to help you, so you end up doing everything yourself. You're constantly micromanaging because you're scared of things falling apart. You're avoiding sales calls or marketing because rejection feels too hard. There's so many things that this can cover, but anyhow, maybe you're just feeling burnt out from grinding, but afraid to slow down. You're stuck in cycles of overworking and avoiding the hard stuff, but you want to wake up with a clear plan and finally feel in control of your day. You're ready to focus on what matters most without distractions. You're done with the income roller coaster and want sustainable, scalable growth. You want to confidently lead your business instead of feeling reactive and overwhelmed. Today, I am showing you how to create a less than 2 minute anti-self-sabotaging practice and show you how you can create your own one as well. So I use this every single morning to regulate my emotions, break free from procrastination, self-sabotage, and show up as my highest performing self. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Luke. I have a top 2% podcast called the Happy Positive Energy Game. I was growth partnered with a 300K a month ClickFunnels award-winning company and have been coaching for the last 4 years. And now I help entrepreneurs get out of their own way and stop self-sabotaging. Now, we today are going to get into emotional freedom technique, EFT. I've talked about it in some of my videos, had some of you guys ask me and be like, well, what the hell is this? Really, it's a simple tapping method that calms your nervous system and rewires emotional patterns in your brain. Now, you may think that this feels too woo-woo, you don't have time for this, just do the work and you'll grow. You might feel like you've done this before and it didn't work. You might feel like this won't help you solve any of your problems to access your emotions, or you don't even know what emotions feel like. Or if you regulate your emotions, you'll lose your edge. Or you might feel like this seems super soft and it won't help you succeed. Or you feel like you're already self-aware and you don't need this. Or you might feel like this is therapy, or this isn't for high performers. And you don't want to face your trauma or your demons, or you feel like if you fix this fear, this shame, this guilt, this self-doubt, that you'll lose your business drive. But I can tell you that this is all bullshit. Why is this? Because I've done over 81 market research calls with all of you guys. I've done 81 market research calls with people earning 5 to 50K a month. And I can tell you as a fact that this is a science-backed, grounded, and highly effective technique. It's not some woo-woo magical shit, even though it feels like it is. And actually, there was a study done that noted, as you can see here, that participants that did it had a 58% decrease in anxiety, 49% decrease in depression. Overall severity of symptoms were down by 50%, and symptom breadth, so as in the width of different emotions that people are feeling, were down by 42% as well, and a 25%, 24.39% decrease in cortisol or stress, which you're a business owner, you know exactly what that's like. Now, you might think that you don't have time for this, but it takes 2 minutes a day. It's 2 minutes to regulate your emotions and boost productivity. And if you're still here right now, it's because you are missing something. So it's because your hustle mindset isn't solving your problem. So if you're in that space, let's just go ahead and book a call with me right now. If you think like this doesn't work, like I'll just come here and rant at you. No, I'm kidding. But every time you try something new with the right approach, you unlock newer potential. It's about alignment here, not repetition. Regulating emotions helped me tackle the root causes of my problems, not just the symptoms. Like the staying up super late night at social media, the always being late to things, the being scared to create content or do marketing or sales stuff. Like all of this was because I wasn't tackling what was going on inside. And this is a tangible and practical tool that you guys can use anytime to feel immediate relief and clarity, like immediately. And witnessing your emotions is safe, it's human, and it will give you freedom to release and grow. Now, there's some other things here, but It's not therapy. It's for you guys to transform faster. It works for anyone. And yeah, it's what successful leaders I've experienced have also used to excel as well. So let's get into it, shall we? So I'm sure we can all agree here that the language you use can impact your environment. I was a very troubled kid. I didn't work out. School didn't really work out for me, and that led to me acting up and just doing wild shit all the time because really internally I just wanted to feel seen and heard, but the only way I knew how to do that was by doing things that got me in trouble. And I had a very apathetic mindset of why am I here? What's the point? I don't want to be here. And lo and behold, when I was 17, my parents let me stay by myself with a few friends round. And I decided to have myself a little party without permission. I got super drunk. And for context, I just exited a relationship. I basically failed my first year at college. My parents had gone on vacation on holiday. I held a party. I got super drunk. And in my wisdom, I decided that I would steal my dad's van drunk, drive 20 miles to go and pick up a few friends, and then drive back. And I took the back roads because I thought if I drive the back roads, I know police wouldn't see me. And this is how you can tell how dumb I was being in the moment. I left the house with 3% battery on my phone. And my friends at the time were like, don't go, don't go, don't go. But I ended up going anyway because my ego and my language took me to that point. And lo and behold, I ended up crashing. I've still got a scar on my arm. It's kind of faint, where some poles came through the seat and I basically could have been dead. I got home, I drank some more. Police came around in the morning. Really great situation. And then my dad ended up driving home. And then said like, hey, I don't even want you here. And I ended up getting kicked out of the house. Because I mean, what father in their right mind would be able to process that? That's pretty tough without hurting your child. So yeah, but the words that we use daily impact everything. So your thoughts, imagine there's this circle, right? You've got your thoughts, you've got your feelings, that equals your actions, that equals your results. And you're in this loop, right? Thoughts, feelings, actions, result. And the words I was using was, I don't want to be here. My coping mechanism from there with I don't want to be here was drinking. And that didn't change until 8 years later, until many different dangerous situations happened and I got myself in a lot of trouble. But it didn't really change until 2023 when, no, 2021, when I started actually being aware and being conscious of my thoughts and saying that daily, this is my year, this is my year, this is my year. And I used to beat my chest. I used to beat my chest when I said it. And that eventually led me to quitting my job, then working in music events, marketing and sales, then becoming an online coach, to where now I've helped over 250 people change their lives. But you know, this doesn't happen just in life. This happens in business as well. The words we use impact how we operate. So if you are somebody who's stuck in procrastination, consistently overwhelmed, or can't focus no matter how hard you try, or you don't follow up with leads, or you don't get your website moving as fast as you can, you don't get the new person hired, or you sabotage your sales calls thinking people won't buy, or you hate things being on your calendar, or you keep asking yourself, why am I not making 5, 10, 20, 50K a month yet? You are damaging your journey. It's very simple. If you feel like in your marketing, you feel like you're repeating yourself and it gets boring, or you keep telling yourself that you've got nothing new to bring to the table, or you're going to be misinterpreted, or all of this business stuff is overwhelming, it's going to be because you are telling yourself. And then you're going to go to your coping mechanisms, which are eating junk food, staying up late, struggling to set boundaries or communicating effectively, feeling unworthy of success, fearing failure, or self-sabotaging your progress. And this is exactly where Javier, one of my recent testimonials, you can check it out on my page, he was super overwhelmed. He was staying up super late and not keeping to his boundaries. And then from there, he was beating himself up and he had this savage inner dialogue. But what we did was we worked on his language. And I'm going to give you an exercise today that you guys can shift with your language. You can shift it. It's one of the fastest ways to shift your subconscious. And now Javier is super consistent. He picked up 10 clients recently. And he just shows up for himself. It's just so beautiful to see. And on top of that, he's lost a load of weight as well. So like, it's not just business stuff, it's life stuff as well. So it's awesome to see. So with you guys, let's get into it. So EFT is very simple. What you do is you are going to tap on specific acupressure points on your body while focusing on an emotion or belief that you want to shift. And why does this happen? Because this goes directly to your subconscious. So oftentimes you're consciously now listening to this video. You have this small mental capacity here at the tip of the iceberg, as Sigmund Freud talks about, where we have our thoughts, our perceptions, right? Then we have your pre-conscious and your subconscious, which is your memories, your stored knowledge. So if I said to you, hey, when was a time that you felt happy? You can think of, oh yeah, I spent time with my girlfriend, or I spent time like getting buff at the gym. I don't know, right? But that's part of your pre-conscious, your subconscious. And then your unconscious is fears, unacceptable desires, violent motives, irrational wishes, immoral urges, selfish needs, shameful experiences, and traumatic experiences. So if you don't shift these are what actually operate in your life. That's why when sometimes people say trust your intuition, it's not always good to trust your intuition, because you might not feel safe in your body. So that's why I like to logically think things through and also teach you guys what's going on. But let me give you the concept. So you've got your outer point here. This meridian, the karate chop point, is connected to your small intestine meridian. This addresses resistance to change and self-sabotage, and it will help you with releasing negative beliefs or feeling stuck. It's also associated with decision-making and courage. Top of the head, governing vessel meridian. This creates a sense of overall balance and connection, and integrates the effects of the tapping session. So it's kind of like usually the second part or the starting part of the session. And this is linked to universal energy flow and calmness. Your temples, so your side of your eyes, your outer eye, this can help you release anger, frustration, and resentment, and it supports mental clarity and decision making. And it is associated with courage. We need a little bit of anger for courage, clear thinking, and the ability to take action. Eyes, stomach meridian. This is reducing worry. This part reduces worry, anxiety, and feelings of overwhelm, and addresses fear of failure and performance anxiety. And it's linked to digestion of emotions and experiences. Then on top of that, we've got below the nose, which will help you in the space of releasing shame, guilt, and fear of judgment, improving self-acceptance and confidence, and influence, control, and self-worth. We've got the collarbone, which reduces feelings of panic, indecision, and overwhelm, and it's associated with fear processing and adrenal health, your adrenal health. Then we've got, I actually added in the solar plexus here. This is where I used to beat my chest here, and it tends to be what helps me a little bit more. It's not typically in emotional freedom technique, but the point here for the tension point here is it helps relieve emotional tension and boost self-esteem, and helps you support personal power from an emotional release standpoint. And it's also your center for emotional processing and gut feelings. Now, underarm, about 4 inches below your under your arm here, is associated with worry and immune system. So for example, if you're feeling stuck, you could tap here and say, even though I feel overwhelmed, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And like I said, studies have shown that EFT reduces cortisol, increases focus, reduces anxiety, and helps rewire your emotional responses in your brain. So think of it as a reset button for your nervous system. Now, if you haven't liked and subscribed already, then make sure to go ahead. Love to see more of you join. We just crossed 300 subscribers. So it'd be great to get this out to more people. So if you haven't done, go ahead. Now, this is where it's going to get fancy. A lot of people online will go for a generic EFT practice. They'll go, I want an EFT practice for abundance, right? It's pretty easy to go and find one. So I've go on YouTube, like we've got all of these ones, right? EFT tapping for finances, and that's great, but it's not great in the sense of if it's not particular to you. Otherwise, you are just tapping for the sake of tapping. Some of it might resonate, but it doesn't actually talk to directly what you need. So this is where we combine it with AI. So I've actually gone ahead for you and created a personalized EFT ChatGPT prompt that you can go ahead and use and answer so that you can get your own sequence and print it out, put it somewhere where it's going to be helpful for. That way you're not just repeating what other people say that could work for you, could not work for you, but you're actually talking to things that you specifically need. So there's three parts to it. There's the acknowledgement of current emotions or fears. There's then the releasing of limiting beliefs and emotional blocks. And then there's emphasizing the future state and desired beliefs. From there, you get an internal change, and your internal world is going to reflect on your outer world. It's kind of woo-woo, but is science to it, as you guys have seen. So as you can see, here are the questions. So step one, you got 3 questions for each. So nothing too complex. It's nice and easy. If I was you, I would pull ChatGPT up on the side and do this together with us. So step one is acknowledging your current emotions or fears. So and you want to think about your goals here, like definitely around your goals. So if your goals are like 50K a month or 10K a month or whatever, then cool. If your goals are to grow your hair back, also cool as well. Step one, what is the primary emotion you're feeling right now that you'd like to address through this tapping sequence? What specific fear or worry is holding you back from feeling empowered or achieving your desired outcomes? And can you identify any physical sensations related to these emotions? For example, tightness in the chest, butterflies in your stomach, sickness in your stomach, tight hips, anything that you can physically feel when you think about this worry or fear, get it in there. Step 2, releasing limiting beliefs and emotional blocks. What is a common limiting belief or limiting thought pattern that you hold about yourself or your potential? In what ways do you feel stuck or unable to move forward due to emotional blocks or negative thoughts? And how would your life be different if you could release these limiting beliefs and emotional blocks once and for all? And with this question, get as expansive as you possibly can be. Be like, oh, I'd make 50K a month. I'd make 100K a month. I'd be able to expand my team. I'd be able to have a clear plan of what I'd do each day. I'd be able to move past anxiety. I'd be able to have the family that I desire, right? I'd actually be able to like mentally hold that. I'd be able to double my income. Whatever that is for you, put it there. Emphasizing the future state and desired beliefs. How do you want to feel once you've let go of the limiting beliefs and fears? Is it you want to feel happy? Let me help you out with this as well, because I know some of you guys struggle with emotions. Okay, so this is from my emotional regulated leader journaling. It's not my image for credit, but to me, emotional regulation is you feeling safe to feel and act differently based on what your original program told you was safe to act and feel like. Basically, all these coping mechanisms, all this bullshit that isn't serving you is just to try and keep you safe. So actually, it doesn't help serve you, but right, like we need to actually process things. So what I do with my clients is if you want to feel happy, can we be a bit more expansive with that? If you struggle with happiness, like if you want to be happy or feel good, do you want to feel optimistic? Do you want to feel peaceful, powerful, acceptable, proud, interested, content? Okay, if you want to feel powerful, do you want to feel courageous or creative? Courageous. Okay, cool. If you want to feel optimistic, do you want to feel hopeful or inspired? Inspired. Okay, cool. So that's how we do it. That's how we connect with some cool emotions, right? And we become a more emotionally intelligent human being, which is going to help us, help our team, help our relationships. It's going to help everything in our life. So how do you want to feel once you've let go of the limiting beliefs and fear? What empowering belief do you want to replace your current thoughts with? So have a think about what is the opposite of your limiting thoughts. If you're thinking, I suck at sales, think I'm great at sales. If you're thinking, I don't feel worthy of success, I am worthy of success, right? It's just the opposite. Then what is the ideal version of yourself, and what specific actions or results do you want to see in your life moving forward? So you might struggle with this, so I've actually created an example for you. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I don't know who my ideal version of myself is, just think about like the version of you that's hit their goals. What are their actions? What are their thoughts? What are their habits? How do they approach money? How do they approach marketing? How do they approach sales? How do they approach the game, right? How do they approach their relationship? Like for me, I know my future version of self has no fucking excuses to when he says he's going to do something, he does it. That's why I'm up on a graveyard shift. Do you want? But again, I would encourage that you do this for yourself. So you are going to simply answer these questions and then copy and paste all of that into ChatGPT. What you could do here is you could simply just copy these questions if you want to just hack the video, screenshot the video, copy this, put it into a Google Doc, this, boom, and then use the text to speak function. So I'm going to hit format, or I'm going to hit voice typing. And then what is the primary emotion you're feeling right now that you'd like to address through this tapping sequence? I would like to focus on the emotion of guilt and shame and fear around building my team as big as I would like it to be. See how easy that is? Okay, right? So what you're going to do from now is you're going to take this Google Doc information, and then all of this Google Doc information, you are going to put it back into Chat GPT. Once you have done the Chat GPT and punched out your answers to the questions, copied and pasted all your answers to the questions, then it is going to punch out your EFT practice. So that's literally all you have to do. I'm going to now walk you through an example. So I wanted to create an example. Okay, productivity hacks are out of the way. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with the karate chop point, again, the setup place. So even though I feel uncertain about my ability to make 5 to 20K a month, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I prefer saying love and accept myself. Always say love. Again, there's no wrong, right, bad, or good here. Don't get in your fucking head about it. Like, just do it, all right? Then, top of the head, I feel overwhelmed and uncertain about how to reach my financial goals. Then, just above the eyebrow, I'm scared that I won't make enough or that I'll fail. Side of the eye, I fear that I'm not ready or capable of achieving 5 to 20K a month. Under the eye, I'm worried I'll run out of clients or not know how to scale. Under the nose, it feels like there's too much to do and I don't know where to start. Chin, I feel stuck and unsure if I'm capable of hitting those numbers. Collarbone, I have doubts about my ability to keep growing and attracting the right clients. Underarm, there's a part of me that believes I'll never get to the financial level that I want, right? That might resonate for you. The next thing that I do is we're going to release the limiting beliefs. So I release the belief that I'm not capable of making 5 to 20K a month. I let go of the fear that I'll run out of clients or opportunities. I release the doubt that I can grow my business to this level. I choose to let go of the belief that I'm not good enough for success. I release the fear that I won't be able to manage the growth, and I let go of the belief that making money is hard or that it won't last. I release any blocks preventing me from achieving financial success. I let go of the emotional baggage that's been holding me back from scaling. Next one. And again, like I said, this takes 2 fucking minutes. You can do it once, you can do it twice, you can do it 3 times. Do it as many times as you need to. I'm confident in my ability to create a 5 to 20K a month business. Or if you want to accelerate it, I added into mine, I am confident in my ability to create a 5 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50K a month plus business with ease. I believe that I am worthy of financial abundance and success. I trust that I have all the tools and skills needed to grow my business. I am attracting the right clients who are ready and excited to work with me. I am fully capable of managing the growth and scaling my business smoothly. I am open to receiving the abundance I desire and deserve. I feel empowered and ready to achieve 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K per month with ease. I believe in myself and my ability to make my business a success. So that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do for the process. Now, let me show you a wizard thing. So this is where I put mine to get your extra manifesting goodness on. Right, here's my room. Enjoy. But this is my spot in Bali. So we have the outside shower, all that stuff. I appreciate the lighting's not great. But here is where I actually have my EFT practice. So when I have my shower and stuff in the morning, I then do my EFT in the mirror, just like this, right? And then I can see myself as well. It's really important that you see yourself and you look at yourself when you're tapping, because you're almost doing something called mirror work, which is another subconscious practice that you double it up. You double it up. So that is what I would recommend that you guys do. Is print off your EFT, give it a go. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? You feel a little bit silly in the moment, and then you do it for 3 months, you do it for 6 months, and then you don't have anxiety, you stop procrastinating, you stop self-sabotaging, and then you actually grow your life. I don't know, seems pretty good, right? So Anyhow, so this is how we do it, guys. Like, remember that, like, regulating your emotions isn't about losing your edge. It's about gaining control, clarity, and the ability to show up as your best self every day by actually being fucking real with yourself and acknowledging your current emotions or fears rather than blocking them out, releasing your limiting fears and emotional blocks, which are actually causing the heaviness and tightness and cortisol and stress in your body that are manifesting as physical symptoms like acne or psoriasis or eczema or shutting down for the week um, or even then you coping with it with weed or porn or fucking whatever the fuck, like just self-sabotaging stuff that doesn't help you whatsoever. And this isn't therapy, it's a performance tool that lets you stay in the game and win. So if this resonated for you at all and you want more trainings like this, what I would recommend that you do is join the Get Out of Your Own Way community. I've got a ton of inner work and a ton of outer work, the actual strategic stuff in there. And I've got a school link down below. All you've got to do is join. We also do a 15-minute onboarding call for you so that you actually get the most out of your time in the trainings. And it's not just another shitty community that you just join and then not actually participate in, but receive emails and messages and notifications on, which is just distracting and you don't actually use. So all the trainings are less than 10 minutes, except the group calls, which are bi-weekly, where I just come in and I do group calls with you. Right now, the community is paid. Right now, the community is free, but it is going to be paid soon. I literally just want to talk to my mentors a little bit more about it. So I implement fast, as you know. So make sure that you implement fast, you be an action taker, and you do the things that you need to, even if they feel weird or silly or uncomfortable or woo-woo, right? Because they actually work. So with that said, I will see you in the next video. I appreciate you tuning in. Share this with a friend that you think would find it really valuable, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.